Welcome to episode number 2 of my body transformation series, where today we're going to talk about everything that will help you stick to your diet. I'm going to share with you my top tips on how to diet successfully, leading you to your body transformation goals. This video is perfect for anyone looking to transform their body through diet and exercise. I want to help you build confidence and a body you are proud of. Remember guys, subscribe to my channel for more videos like this and hit the bell to alert you every time I post a new video every Monday. Okay, so let's get started. Now, I'm sure that we can safely assume that if you're watching this video, you've dieted before and maybe hit struggles along the way, or maybe you're just starting out and you're looking for some tips to get you started. So wherever you are currently at, I can help you. Now, I have tried so many different diets. I have done low carb, I've lived on shakes, I've done meal plans, flexible dieting, and pretty much everything in between. So, the beauty of this is that I can share my experiences with you so that you can choose a diet that's going to work for you. My first tip for anyone looking to choose a diet is to understand what it is you want to achieve. So it's very easy to follow different diets, maybe take different supplements, change your lifestyle for reasons that you maybe don't understand yourself. So you might have seen on social media, on TV, you might have read something somewhere, someone might have told you to follow a certain diet, but actually you're not sure why you're doing it. So by understanding your goals and what it is you want to achieve, you can select a diet that's going to serve a purpose. And essentially that purpose is to get you to your goals as quickly as possible, as efficiently as possible, but also trying to help you enjoy the process of taking you from where you are now to achieving your body transformation goals. So, tip number 1 is understanding what it is you want to achieve. So, on episode 1 of this series, we spoke about setting goals that are going to be realistic and achievable. We also spoke about SMART principles, which offers you a framework to set your goals up. So, that then leads into tip number 2, which is choosing a diet that A, fits in with your lifestyle, and B, is realistic for you. When selecting a diet, think about including things that you enjoy, so foods that you like. Avoid having foods in there that don't sit too well with you, so if you've got sensitivities, allergies, don't look for diets that include those types of foods. But also take time to understand the diet and what it involves. So now let's talk about tip number 3. Prioritize your diet. So you know what your goals are, you know what diet you want to follow. Now it's about putting things in place to be able to adhere to that diet. So by this I mean things like going food shopping, working out whether you need to meal prep, what sort of food you're going to eat. It might involve eating at certain times, certain amounts. So learning the structure of your diet will pay dividends to you being able to adhere to the plan. What I also want you to think about is tip number 4, which is being realistic with your expectations. So with any diet, it's very easy to get caught on that trap of thinking that everything's going to happen straight away. And if it doesn't, it means you must be doing something wrong or the diet isn't working. Now, I promise you this, it's very, very rare that you do a diet and everything goes smooth all the way through. Now, you're bound to hit bumps in the road, you're bound to face challenges, but it's those moments that will define whether this diet's going to work for you. If your expectation is that you're going to do your best and you're going to learn along the way, then you're going to be far more successful than if you pressurize yourself to achieve things that are beyond what you're currently capable of. So think about this scenario. If you have got a really hectic lifestyle, you have a lot of hours going in at work, you've maybe got children, you've got a lot of commitments, and the diet you've chosen requires you to do 2 hours of food prep a day. Now, would you say that that's setting yourself up for success? Probably not. So, what you want to do is look at a diet that fits in with that busy lifestyle. So, it maybe means that you can food prep every few days for a shorter amount of time, maybe eat less volume throughout the day. So, you eat maybe 4 times instead of 8, say. And that's going to set you up to succeed on your diet rather than choosing the first diet I mentioned there and trying to plug away at something that's not realistic. So keep thinking about that for a moment, but also think about my tip number 5, which is what's going to keep you going on your diet. So we've spoken about including things that you enjoy, avoiding things that you don't like or cause you problems. We've spoken about setting goals that are realistic for you and your lifestyle. So now we need to consider those little things that are going to keep you going on your way. What we can do here is choose a diet that motivates you, that intrigues you, but also inspires you to keep going throughout. If you feel good on your diet, you're going to want to adhere and you're going to want to keep going. So it's a really good way to set yourself up for success. Now, before we move on, let's have some fun. I'd love to see some comments below with the weirdest, wackiest diets you have tried. And remember, the weirder the better. Okay, so now we're going to talk about tip number 6. And that is if you have certain trigger foods or certain scenarios that don't end too well when it comes to dieting, we want to try and avoid those. So some of us might, I'm quite comfortable with having, say, 1 square of chocolate and including that in my flexible dieting approach. But some people find that if they have that 1 square, it leads on to more and more, and then it might be that you finish a bar. And if that's not fitting in with your diet, it's not going to serve you too well. If I know that about myself, then I would say, okay, when I go food shopping, I probably won't buy any chocolate. If I can and I'm happy with having just a square, then I can look to include that. But what you want to do here is avoid things that are going to throw you off course. Equally, if you find that there's certain places that can throw you off course, maybe bring back bad memories from dieting before, or certain restaurants that you love all the food there and you're really trying to diet and perhaps meals out aren't appropriate at the moment, I would suggest that you try and stay away from them at the moment, because ultimately you're looking at what's going to potentially throw you off course and you're putting things in place to avoid that. And especially in the early days of a diet, if you keep putting yourself in these scenarios that are going to really, really challenge you, then it may not end too well and it could easily throw you off your diet. On the flip side of that, I want you to think about tip number 7, which is to restrict appropriately. So this is where you need to know what your goals are. Now, as a competitor, when I'm getting ready for a show, I need to be pretty restricted with what I'm doing. I need to be hitting my macros. I need to be ticking the boxes daily. If I'm in an off season where I'm looking to build muscle, my coach and I look to incorporate things like meals out, holidays, different things where I can let my guard down a little bit and enjoy different foods, different scenarios with friends and family, and incorporate different things to what I would if I was in a diet. Now, if you're looking to lose weight and diet, but you have a fairly good deadline, you've been really realistic and you're a very sociable person, it may be that you can include things like meals out. Now, the flexible dieting approach that I follow myself at the moment, I can look to go to certain restaurants, certain foods. I can scan into MyFitnessPal, which is what I use to track my food, and I can still hit my macros. Now, that might mean for sociable people, that is a really good way to diet. If you're on a meal plan and you need to eat your certain foods every single day, and you're looking to rule out things like, meals out and different foods, but you are very social, you may find that you're going to hit a lot of bumps in the road psychologically, but also you may not feel too good on the diet you've chosen. What you might find is that you're restricting too much for what your goal is. It may be that you can still incorporate things like meals out, be very, very sensible leading up to having, say, an evening meal, still be able to hit your macros, but then enjoy that time out with friends and family. So you're still being sensible and you're still on your weight loss journey. I need to restrict at times for competition. In off season, I can be a bit more relaxed. I can then find a balance, and I'm very, very transparent with the people around me about what phase I'm in and what I can do. And over the years, they've learnt to respect that. So that leads us on to tip number 8. Find your inner circle. So what I urge you to do is start to look for like-minded people that are going to get what you're trying to do. But also you'll be able to make a call as to the people that are closest to you that are going to understand and offer you support. Once you've chosen those people, bring them on board, tell them what you're doing, tell them why you're doing it, and try and get them to understand how much it means to you. Unfortunately, though, you will meet people along the way that don't get it or don't want to get it, and that's fine. We should all be on our own intrinsic journey, but if you can open up to like-minded people that you trust, people that you're comfortable around, it will help you diet for longer because you don't feel alone. You're not secluding yourself. You can be open and you can enjoy your diet that little bit more. Now, tip number 9 is one of my favorites. It's enjoy the process. Now, I know dieting can be tough, but if you can be positive and if you can find those goals that are going to motivate you and you're leading yourself on the way to success, then you can enjoy the process that little bit more. Now, by sharing it, so like I said in my last tip, find like-minded people, find people that understand what you're doing. Pull yourself into those circles. Indulge in your wins. Motivate yourself to achieve your goals. What we really want to aim to do is avoid being negative about the path you're on. If you constantly find excuses, if you constantly slag the diet off that you're following, you're going to be in a really negative place and it's going to be really hard to stick to the plan. So by using all the tips I've told you so far, but also ditching that moaning attitude, that excuses, that blame, you can empower yourself to succeed. And with that success, we're going to finish it off with top tip number 10, own it. So you'll remember from episode number 1, that was one of my 5 steps to transforming your body and getting you started. Now, owning it is going to only serve you well. If you can take ownership of what is required from your diet, what you need to do, you can up your chances of adherence tenfold. And honestly, if you can own that this is your choice, you want to change your body, then all of the things, all of the efforts, everything you need to do to be able to reach your goals becomes down to you. But also you can indulge in every single achievement because it's you that has made it happen. Now, before I give you a little update as to how my own prep is going for my next show, let me share with you what's on the agenda for next Monday. So episode 3, I'm going to delve into how to meal prep with everything from batch cooking to simple food prep ideas. Hold on to that excitement for next week's episode while I give you a little update into how my own prep's going. So I've just finished week number 5 of a 21-week prep. everything's still going really, really well. My calories have come down a little bit, so I'm just under the 2,000 mark per day now. I'm still doing 5 weight training sessions a week and 1 cardio session. What's really awesome so far is that I'm retaining and also improving on my strength when I'm doing my weight training sessions, which is a really, really big thing that I want to continue doing throughout my prep for as long as I can. I understand that the more and more I get into a deficit, the harder that's going to be. But I'm focused on my training intention being there every time I'm at the gym. I'm really focusing in on doing my best within each session. Now, with regards to how I'm feeling, still feeling really, really good, positive on the diet. Sleep is still good, apart from at the start of last week where it was boiling hot. But I'm sure I wasn't alone with that struggle. Posing practice every day. The body is feeling pretty good. So I can't complain really. Another week boxed off, and I'm focused, committed, and I cannot wait to get back on that international stage. Now, I really do hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and any comments would be awesome. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you all next week.